is Wolfeboro, New Hampshire, and today we're going to see the annual regatta on Lake Winnipesaukee. We'll start our tour at the New Hampshire Boat Museum.
This right here is the museum. It's a self-guided tour. You're going to see a lot of the racing boats. When you go later on to the regatta, you're going to see the racing boats. In front of each boat, it does have a description of the type of boat, motor, and things like that, a little bit of history around it. And also to the right, there are some stairs. You can go up on the stage. We also have some boats and also motors. We have some things on the wall here if you want to play some activities about guessing parts of the boat or what type of boats that they are. We have those activities both here and up on the stage. Little history about this place. Many years ago, you're talking about the 40s and 50s and 60s. This whole area here, down in this building, across the street, next door, down to the lake, used to be called the Allen A Resort. And it was more like, the only way I can describe it is like the old like dirty dancing days. You know, where the people would come for a whole week, they would get their meals, they could walk down to the beach, they had hay rides, they had bonfires, whatever. This building used to be their dance hall. So they would dance right here, and then the band would play up on the stage. So this building, and we will keep this building after we build the new one, but we use this more for like for workshops or things like that.
I don't know that much about boats, but I was quite taken by the skill of the craftsmen who built these scale models.
So you can just walk around. Like I said, everything is labeled, and when you go to the regatta, you're going to see lots of boats. They do have, when you go down there, it is someone's commentating it, so they'll tell you about the type of race, because it is into divisions of things like type of boat, motor is a one-person, two-person, and it's only a demonstration exhibition. They're not racing, but you'll see maybe 2, 3, 4, or 5 boats, and there's a 1-mile loop around, so you'll be able to see that. So it's kind of cool. And it's held every other year here in Wolfeboro, and I believe we're only one of the 2 sites in the country that does a regatta. So it's really kind of special for us.
After 20 minutes or so looking over the collection of fantastic boats, my companions and I voted on this Chris Craft beauty made of Honduras mahogany to be our favorite. The Wolfeboro Vintage Race Boat Regatta is one of the premier vintage race boat regattas in the country. This fun-filled 2-day event takes place on beautiful historic Wolfeboro Bay in Wolfeboro, New Hampshire. The event is presented by the New Hampshire Boat Museum and is sanctioned by the Vintage and Historic Division of the American Powerboat Association. This biennial event is a favorite for visitors to watch and for drivers to show off their spectacular vintage race boats dating from the 1920s through the 1980s. Approximately 60 vintage boats representing several classes, including small outboards, Grand Prix hydroplanes, Jersey skiffs, and Gold Cup racing boats, run group heats on a 1-mile oval-shaped course throughout the day.
Taking tests to verify that they are can hold these certain positions and make sure all the regulations are followed.
In the last year of the 20th century, some locals from Wolfeboro, New Hampshire, locals who loved racing boats, came up with the idea of starting a regatta to be held on Lake Winnipesaukee. It seemed evident that the most logical entity to sponsor and organize the event should be the New Hampshire Boat Museum. The committee managed to hold the first Wolfeboro Vintage Raceboat Regatta in the year 2000, and it has continued on from there under the auspices of the American Power Boat Association. Because there has been such interest among boat owners to become part of the regatta, the committee has had to limit the participation to not let it get out of hand. They have been participants from Canada, Florida, and the upper Midwest.
The pink pass, complete your business, and return to the public venue.
This is the Wolfeboro Railroad Station. Take note of the spelling of Wolfeboro. The original settlement was named Wolfeboro, B-O-R-O-U-G-H, but over time the spelling was shortened to Wolfeboro, B-O-R-O. Spectators had the chance to take a thrilling ride in one of these classy racing boats. The afternoon program featured the large and very expensive boats, but my time was up here for today.